What if the life you've been chasing isn't the one preventing your happiness? What if it's your own mind? What if every stressful morning, every disappointment, every insult and every fear is not your prison, but your greatest teacher? Imagine waking up tomorrow with a mind so disciplined that no bad news can steal your peace, no criticism can shake your confidence, and no setback can control your emotions. Most people spend their entire lives trying to change the world around them, never realizing that the greatest victory is won within. Today, you are about to discover a timeless philosophy that transformed ordinary people into unshakable souls. These lessons have survived wars, betrayals, losses, and centuries because they reveal a truth that most people never learn. Stay until the very end, because the final lesson may completely change the way you think about happiness forever. What if the greatest lie you've ever believed is that happiness is waiting somewhere in your future? Since childhood, you've been taught that happiness arrives after success, after money, after recognition, after the perfect relationship, or after achieving your biggest dream. But notice what happens every time you reach one goal. Your mind immediately creates another destination. The finish line keeps moving. This endless chase quietly steals your life without you noticing. The truth is shocking. Your mind is not suffering because life is difficult. It suffers because it constantly demands that reality should be different. The weather changes, people disappoint you, plans fail, opportunities disappear, yet your peace is destroyed not by these events, but by your resistance to them. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day without realizing you have the power to remove it. That backpack is your constant dependence on external conditions. When your happiness depends on things you cannot fully control, your peace becomes fragile. But when your happiness comes from your character, your discipline, your gratitude, and your perspective, nobody can steal it. Wealth may disappear, friends may leave, success may fade, yet your peace remains untouched because it was never built on temporary things. The happiest people are not those who own the most. They are those who need the least from the outside to feel complete. The moment you stop waiting for life to make you happy, you begin creating happiness from within. What if your greatest enemy has never been another person, but the expectations you secretly carry every day? You expect people to understand you, appreciate you, respect you, remain loyal, and never disappoint you. Yet reality follows no contract with your expectations. Every broken expectation becomes frustration. Every unmet desire becomes sadness. Every unexpected obstacle becomes anger. Most people spend years blaming others for emotions that were actually created inside their own minds. Think carefully. Two people can experience the exact same event, yet one remains calm while the other completely falls apart. The difference isn't the situation, it is the expectation each person carried into it. The moment you expect life to be perfectly fair, disappointment becomes inevitable. But when you understand that people act according to their own fears, desires, ignorance, and weaknesses, you stop taking everything personally. Suddenly, criticism loses its power. Rejection becomes information instead of humiliation. Failure becomes feedback instead of identity. This shift changes everything. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Instead of demanding that reality obey your wishes, learn to adapt your thinking to reality. Flexibility is not weakness, it is strength. Trees that refuse to bend break during storms. Minds that refuse to adapt break under pressure. Let go of impossible expectations, and you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Peace enters the life of the person who accepts reality before trying to improve it. What if every painful moment in your life has secretly been preparing you for a stronger version of yourself? Most people see obstacles as proof that life is against them. They complain, blame circumstances, and wish difficult seasons would disappear. But imagine entering a gym and expecting muscles to grow without resistance. It sounds impossible because strength is born through challenge. The same law governs your mind. Patience grows because delays exist. Courage grows because fear exists. Wisdom grows because mistakes exist. Self-control grows because temptation exists. Without hardship, these qualities remain weak. Every difficult person teaches patience. Every failure teaches resilience. Every disappointment teaches detachment. Every loss teaches gratitude. Instead of asking life to remove your problems, begin asking what hidden ability each problem is trying to awaken inside you. This single perspective transforms suffering into education. Suddenly, your obstacles stop looking like punishment and begin looking like training sessions. Some of the strongest people you admire today were not protected from pain. They were shaped by it. The storms you hate today may become the stories that inspire others tomorrow. Your struggles are building emotional muscles that comfort never could. The fire that seems determined to destroy you may actually be forging you into someone impossible to break. Every challenge contains two gifts: the pain you immediately notice and the strength you discover much later. Those who learn to see both become unstoppable because nothing in life feels meaningless anymore. What if the voice inside your head has been controlling your life without your permission? Most people believe they are thinking, but in reality, they are simply reacting. A single negative comment ruins an entire day. One mistake convinces them they're failures. One rejection makes them question their worth. Their thoughts arrive automatically, and they obey them without examination. This is where suffering quietly begins. A thought is not always the truth. It is simply a visitor asking for your attention. If every stranger knocked on your door, would you invite them into your home? Then why welcome every negative thought into your mind? Observe your thinking before believing it. Fear often exaggerates. Anger distorts. Anxiety predicts disasters that never happen. Envy convinces you everyone else's life is perfect. The disciplined mind questions these illusions instead of surrendering to them. Replace destructive thoughts with useful ones. Instead of, everything is falling apart, think, this moment is difficult, but I can handle it. Instead of, I failed, think, I learned something valuable. Instead of, people don't respect me, think, my character matters more than their opinions. This isn't pretending problems don't exist. It's refusing to let irrational thoughts become permanent beliefs. Whoever controls their thoughts controls their emotions. Whoever controls their emotions controls their actions. And whoever controls their actions gradually transforms their entire life. Mastering your thoughts is not about forcing positivity. It is about refusing to become a servant of negativity. What if the greatest happiness you've been searching for exists only in the moment you're constantly trying to escape? The human mind has an unusual habit. It regrets yesterday while worrying about tomorrow, leaving almost no attention for today. Hours disappear thinking about conversations that already ended or imagining problems that may never arrive. Meanwhile, life quietly passes by. The present moment is the only place where you can breathe, act, love, improve, and experience peace. Yet most people abandon it every day. Anxiety survives by dragging your imagination into the future. Regret survives by chaining your attention to the past. But neither has real power over this moment unless you give it permission. Look around you, feel your breathing. Notice the opportunity hidden in today's ordinary moments. Every sunrise, every conversation, every challenge, every act of kindness exists only once. Tomorrow, it becomes memory. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the future. It means preparing for tomorrow without sacrificing today. Work hard, but don't postpone joy until success arrives. Save money, but don't forget gratitude. Pursue goals, but don't lose yourself chasing them. The future is built by the quality of today's actions, not today's worries. When your attention fully belongs to the present, your mind becomes calmer, your decisions become wiser, and happiness stops feeling distant because you finally realize it was waiting exactly where you are. What if true freedom has nothing to do with where you live, how much money you earn, or how many people admire you? Imagine building a fortress so strong that insults cannot enter it, failures cannot destroy it, and praise cannot inflate it. That fortress is your inner character. Most people spend years decorating the outside of their lives while neglecting the foundation within. They chase status, approval, popularity, and possessions, believing these things will protect them from suffering. Yet the smallest criticism still breaks them because their identity depends on external validation. Real strength comes from living according to principles rather than emotions. When honesty matters more than popularity, peace replaces anxiety. When discipline becomes stronger than comfort, confidence replaces doubt. When integrity guides your actions, you stop fearing other people's opinions because your conscience becomes your greatest judge. This inner fortress cannot be purchased. It is built daily through small choices. Choosing patience instead of anger. Choosing courage instead of excuses. Choosing gratitude instead of complaint. Choosing self-control instead of impulse. Brick by brick, these decisions create a life that no external event can easily shake. People may misunderstand you. Circumstances may change unexpectedly. Success may come slowly. Yet your inner fortress remains standing because it was never built from fragile things. The strongest person in the room is rarely the loudest. It is the one whose peace remains untouched while chaos surrounds everyone else. Happiness is not a destination waiting somewhere in the future. It is a discipline practiced in the present. Your thoughts shape your emotions shape your actions, and your actions shape your life. When you stop depending on external events for inner peace, release unrealistic expectations, embrace difficulties as teachers, master your thoughts, focus on the present moment, and strengthen your character, happiness becomes something no one can take away. Every day gives you another opportunity to train your mind. The choice is always yours. Allow circumstances to control you, or develop a mind that remains calm through every storm. Lasting happiness belongs to those who master themselves before trying to master the world.